Vasyl Lomachenko reports that he has broken his right hand in the last round of his fight with Anthony CROLLA. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Vasyl Lomachenko got a knockout victory over Anthony CROLLA last night. And with that said, it didn't come without paying the price, as Vasyl Lomachenko has broken his right hand. He's reported that he's broken his right hand. So his plans to face Richard Commey early this summer, may be derailed. As his training may be derailed. That's his right hand. He had issues with his right shoulder. Now he broke his right hand. Vasyl Lomachenko, in my opinion, at this point in time, his body is starting to betray him. As he gets up in age, his body is not healing the same. Is not responding the same, I don't believe. That's just simple mathematics. That's just the nature of life. You understand? As you age, your body just doesn't respond the same. Father Time is undefeated. Vasyl Lomachenko suffered a shoulder injury, which everybody was using an excuse for as why he didn't look so great against Jose Pedraza. Now, Vasyl Lomachenko was being praised to the heavens last night as he fought Anthony CROLLA, who was 100-1 underdog. But with that said, he landed a right hand, a right hook that ended the fight, and he said that that's the punch that he sustained the injury. He broke his right hand. So I think at this point in time, Vasyl Lomachenko is there for the pickings for the guys like Gervonta Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez and, other fighters, Mikey Garcia. Vasyl Lomachenko's body is starting to break down. He's up in age. He only has 13 career fights, but he started late. He had a long amateur background. He stayed in the amateurs quite long, for quite an extensive time. And with that said, he's up there in age. He's not a spring chicken, so his body is starting to now betray him at this point in time. When you start suffering injuries after injuries and things of that nature, it's just a sign of Father Time is undefeated. And, we see things like in basketball, we never seen LeBron James suffer major injuries, and then he turns around, he gets a groin injury, and guess what happens? Then right after that, he ends up twisting his ankle. It just starts to pile on as you get older, as you start to get up there in age. You don't get younger. Vasyl Lomachenko is already 31. He only has a total of 14 fights at this point in time. He's 13-1, but he's 31 years of age, but he had over 400 amateur fights. And now with these professional fights, and his body starting to give way and starting to break down, it's just a telltale sign, that, Father Time is undefeated. And we seen his reflexes start to fade, as we looked at the fight with Jose Pedraza. Most people use the shoulder injury as a reason for him not looking so great. But I don't think so. I didn't use that as an excuse. I think that, his reflexes, his shoulder injury had nothing to do with him getting hit. Jose Pedraza was having much success. Anthony CROLLA was landing right hooks. You're not going to notice that if you listen to the commentary, but Anthony CROLLA was definitely landing a couple of right hooks. Vasyl Lomachenko had a cut over his right eye at the end of the fight. And Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward was stating that, where did he get this cut from? Because I didn't see CROLLA land a punch. Well, you wouldn't see CROLLA land a punch if your whole, all your attention is focused on Vasyl Lomachenko's footwork, Vasyl Lomachenko's foot placement, Vasyl Lomachenko's output, Vasyl Lomachenko's matrix moves, the Vasyl Lomachenko effect. You was paying you giving all your attention to Vasyl Lomachenko and not paying attention to the little flaws that was showing up, and Anthony CROLLA landing right hooks and things of that nature. Yeah, Anthony CROLLA didn't commit to anything, didn't look like he came to fight, but when he did let his hands go, it was finding a home. So with that said, I think that's just Father Time. I think that his reflexes was just, we seeing his reflexes decline. We saw it against Pedraza. You know, somebody like Anthony CROLLA shouldn't have been able to land a finger on him, you know, but he ended up at the end of the fight with a gash over his right eye. I mean, over his left eye, excuse me. And now he ended up with a broken hand in a fight like this. So what's going to happen when he gets in a fight where his skin is thin and is given, and he's ending up with cuts all the time, and every time he lands a punch, he's breaking something, whether it be tearing his shoulder or breaking his hand. You know, when you're in a fight with Mikey Garcia or Gervonta Tank Davis or Teofimo Lopez, who's young, hungry lions that's up and coming and just willing to take it, you know, they're gonna stop at nothing to take it. What are you gonna do in the fight when you break your hand against them? You know, everybody's gonna use it for excuse as to why he would lose those fights. You understand what I'm saying? But again, hopefully he heals quickly. You know, hopefully this doesn't derail him for too long, doesn't sideline him for too long, because I want to see him in the big fights. He's gonna fight Richie Coleman. I'm almost certain that that's gonna be his next fight, will be Richie Coleman. Richie Coleman, ironically, the fight he was supposed to fight, this fight was supposed to be against Richie Coleman. Richie Coleman broke his right hand in his last fight, derailing the fight. So now Vasyl Lomachenko breaks his right hand, you know, ironically enough. But with that said, man, hopefully he heals up quick. And then we get the fight, you know, get him back in the ring so we can get these big fights that the fans want to see, point blank and period. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Vasyl Lomachenko breaks his right hand. The last punch he landed, ironically enough, the punch that knocked out Anthony CROLLA, broke his right hand, you know, and may derail him, sideline him for quite some time, man. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
The Blue Blood Sport TV.